My name's Riley, I'm old and this is something I've never told a single soul. I'm hooked not on drugs, not on drinking, but something else, something. I can't sleep without my personal toy. Thank you so much to all my amazing subscribers for sticking with us. I appreciate every one of you. Now let's get into the story. It all started when I was curious, feeling alone and wanting something I didn't even understand. I ordered my first toy from a website, a smooth pink one that fit right in my hand. It made me feel things I'd never felt before. At first I only used it once a week, then it became a nightly thing. Now I need it to fall asleep, just like brushing my teeth or drinking a glass of water. My body won't settle down until I use it, until I feel that release. Sometimes I tell myself it's just part of my night routine, but deep inside I know it's more than that. I've created a private little world around it, a habit. Soft music playing, lights low, no interruptions, just me and the gentle buzz between my legs. I know every move, where to touch, how to curve my back, how to make it all build up. I moan into my pillow, move my hips, whisper things that no one else will ever hear, and once it's done, I just lie there quiet, happy, guilty, alone. I never said a word to anyone. I couldn't, it was mine, my secret, that is, until he showed up. His name is Tyler. He's my mom's new husband. She met him on an app, and just a few weeks later he was living with us, sitting on our couch, drinking from our cups like he had always been there. At first I hated the whole thing. I didn't want some stranger stepping into our home, especially not into my space. But then I saw him. Tyler wasn't what I pictured. He was tempting, not in a creepy way, more like in a way that made me squeeze my legs together without even thinking. Tall, broad shoulders, deep voice, a sharp jawline that looked like it belonged in a movie, grayish hair that gave him that older, rugged charm, like someone straight out of a romance film. And those arms, muscled, inked, you could see the veins. It made my thoughts wander where they shouldn't. I started watching him while he worked out in the garage, shirt off, sweat shining on his skin, muscles flexing. I knew it was wrong. I didn't care. He started showing up in my thoughts during my nightly routine, his arms around me, his hands grabbing my hips, his voice saying things that made me blush. That little pink toy started to feel like him, stronger, rougher, more intense. Than one night everything changed. I was deep in it, laying back, legs spread wide, that toy buzzing between my thighs. My eyes were shut, my back lifted. I said his name, Tyler. Then I opened my eyes. He was there, standing in my doorway, watching. And the crazy part, one didn't stop. The air was thick, charged like something electric. He stood there holding the door frame like he was trying to keep himself from moving. His eyes were locked on me. He didn't even blink, and I didn't look away. Maybe I should have turned around, acted like it was a mistake, but I didn't. I couldn't. I kept going. My body kept moving with the toy. The buzz sent waves through me. I felt my heart pounding, breath heavy, but it was his eyes, those deep, hungry eyes, that made it all feel even crazier. I thought I'd feel embarrassed, maybe ashamed, but I didn't. Instead, something dangerous stirred inside me, that tight feeling low in my belly got stronger. Tyler stepped forward, his big frame blocked the light from the hallway. He didn't say anything, but I could see his chest moving just as fast as mine. He was holding himself back. I knew it. My voice shook, but I said it anyway. You shouldn't be here. He didn't answer, just watched my fingers as they moved, and then I realized I hadn't Stopped. I was still going, still pressing that toy like I was inviting him in, and then the weight of it all hit me. What the hell was I doing? This was my stepdad. It was wrong, wasn't it? But my body didn't care. It wanted the tension, the rush of having him that close, even if it was just with his eyes. I felt like I was about to snap. I gasped, slowing down as I reached the edge. Then Tyler said something. Tell me to leave, Riley. Tyler said, his voice low and rough. Just say the word and I'll go. My breath caught. I knew what he meant. He was giving me a choice. He was letting me decide, but somehow I didn't want to make him leave. I was breathing harder now, my hand still slowly running the toy along my skin, but my mind wasn't really on it anymore. It was on him, on Tyler. I lifted my head slowly and looked straight into his eyes. That's when I saw it. The same hunger I felt was right there in him. The same deep, wild need. I don't want you to leave, I whispered so quietly I could barely hear myself. Something changed in his face. His lips parted like he was about to speak, but no words came out. He just stepped forward slowly, one careful step at a time, until he stood right by my bed. His scent filled the air, earthy, strong, and addictive. For a second I thought he might touch me. I thought he'd grab me, hold me, and take control, finish what I had started, but he didn't. He stopped just inches away. We were so close I could feel the heat coming off him. His eyes stayed on me like a touch. I could actually feel I shifted under his gaze, moving against the sheets, the tension inside me almost too much to handle. Riley, he said softly, his voice barely louder than a breath. Are you sure this is what you want? Was I sure? I didn't know. All I knew was how much I wanted to say yes, yes. I breathed, my hand still moving, my body screaming for more. I'm sure. And then he did something I didn't expect. He grabbed the bottom of his shirt and slowly, like he had all the time in the world, pulled it off over his head. Every muscle moved under his skin as he tossed the shirt aside. I couldn't stop looking at him. The tattoos on his chest and arms made him look even more intense, more dangerous. But it wasn't just how he looked, it was how he moved, so sure, so powerful. He didn't even try, and still he had complete control. I was frozen, spellbound. All I could do was picture what it would feel like with him on top of me, his body against mine, doing things I had only imagined in secret. Then he looked at me again, his gray eyes full of want, and he asked one more time, "Are you sure?" This time I didn't wait. "Yes, Tyler," I said, "I'm sure." And just like that, everything changed. I knew what line I was about to cross. I knew it would come with consequences, but in that moment, with the heat between us like fire, none of that mattered. All I could think about was how much I wanted him, how much I needed him. There are moments in life you can never undo, moments that change everything with just one touch. This was Tyler, stood there, shirtless, his chest rising and falling, like he was fighting a war inside himself, but his eyes, those deep gray eyes, told me he'd already lost that battle, and so had I. He leaned forward, and I held my breath. My heart pounded so hard I thought he could hear it. Then his hand moved slowly, hesitantly, and brushed a strand of hair from my cheek. His fingers lingered a moment too long, and I felt a shiver run down my spine. My skin craved more. I wanted him to take me, to claim me, but he was being slow, like he wanted me to feel every second of what was happening, like he wanted to tease me with what I'd been begging for in my mind for weeks. "Tyler," I whispered, my voice barely Audible touch me he didn't answer with words. Instead he sat on the edge of the bed, his eyes never leaving mine. His hand moved gently down my thigh, tracing my skin like he was learning every inch of me. I bit my lip, arching into his touch, desperate for more, when his fingers finally reached the waistband of my panties. He paused. If you want me to stop, now's the time. But stopping was the last thing I wanted. Don't stop, I said, please. And just like that he pulled the fabric down, his eyes fixed on my body. I felt naked under his gaze, not just physically, but completely exposed, like he could see every thought, every need, every dark secret I'd kept buried. His fingers brushed over my sensitive skin and I gasped, my legs trembling beneath his touch. He leaned in, his lips brushing my ear. You've been dreaming about this, haven't you? He whispered. Yes, I breathed. Every night I could feel the heat between us growing, the tension unbearable. He took his time exploring me, like he wanted to memorize every reaction, every gasp, every moan, every shiver. And then I saw it. He stood up, slowly undoing his belt. His pants dropped and my eyes widened. My heart skipped a beat. He was bigger than I expected, thick, heavy, intimidating. For a moment I froze. I had imagined this moment so many times in my fantasies, but now that it was real, I wondered if I could handle him. He saw the hesitation in my eyes and leaned down, kissing my neck, his voice low and reassuring. I'll be gentle, he said, but I want you to feel me. And I did. He moved between my legs, guiding himself with one hand while the other cupped my face. His eyes locked with mine as he pushed forward slowly. Carefully, I gasped. The stretch was intense, almost too much. My body tensed. Relax, baby, he murmured, his thumb brushing over my lips. Let me in. I tried. I closed my eyes, focusing on his voice, his touch. Inch by inch he filled me deeper than anything I had ever felt. I moaned, a sound I couldn't control. The pain was there, but so was the pleasure, twisting together, sharp and sweet. When he was fully inside me, we both paused, breathing hard. You feel incredible, he groaned. I clung to him, my nails digging into his back as he began to move. Slow, deep strokes, every motion sent shockwaves through me. I felt full, stretched, owned. It was wrong, every part of it was forbidden, but it felt so right. His lips found mine, hungry and desperate. His hands gripped my hips, pulling me closer with every thrust. The headboard hit the wall, a steady rhythm that made the room feel smaller, hotter. Tyler, I can't, I gasped. I'm going to let go, he whispered. I want to feel you come. And I did. My body tense, then exploded with heat and pleasure that left me breathless. I cried out, holding on to him like I was falling. He followed seconds later, his grip tightening, his groan low and deep against my neck. When it was over, we collapsed into each other, our breathing ragged, our bodies tangled, our mind spinning. We didn't say anything for a long time, because we both knew there was no going back. It started with my vibrator. Now I can't go a night without him. Tyler, my stepdad. Even saying his name in my head sent shivers through me. Now what we did should have made me feel ashamed, but instead it made me hungry, addicted. Every time he walked by, every time I heard the sound of his deep voice in the next room, I craved him. I needed him like air. After that night, everything changed. Our touches were no longer accidental. Our stares lingered longer. We found ways to be alone, to sneak around my mom like two guilty lovers caught in a dangerous game. But it didn't feel like a game, it felt like survival. Tyler started coming to my room late at Night quiet careful sometimes he would just lie next to me, his big hands sliding up my thighs as I pretended to sleep, only to melt into his touch the moment his fingers found my sweet spot. Other nights he would wake me up by whispering filth into my ear, his body already hard against me. He loved teasing me. Tell me what you need, baby girl, he'd say, and I'd whimper, desperate for him. You please, Tyler, I need you. Every night with him became another layer of obsession, another memory burned into my skin. He stretched me in ways no man ever had, filled me so deep I could still feel him the next morning. But it wasn't just sex, there were nights he'd run a hot bath for me, washing every inch of my body with his strong hands before taking me against the steamy bathroom mirror, or mornings when we'd sneak into the garage, me sitting on top of the dryer as he lifted my dress and slid into me without warning. It was dirty, it was wrong, but it was so perfect. I stopped using my vibrator, not because I didn't want release, but because nothing felt as good as him. I was addicted to his size, his scent, his voice growling in my ear as he pinned me down and made me his. One afternoon I came home early and found him in the living room, sweat glistening on his chest, fixing something with his shirt off. My eyes drank him in. He looked up and smirked. Miss me already? I walked over, dropping my purse, my heart racing. You have no idea. He pulled me into his lap, his mouth crashing into mine. I could already feel him growing beneath me. I ground against him, needy and wet, and whispered, take me right here. That day I rode him on the living room couch, moaning into his shoulder as he filled me again and again, his hands gripping my waist like I was the only woman he'd ever need. We didn't hear the garage door open. My heart nearly stopped. My mom, Jake, pulled me off him, tossing a blanket over us as I scrambled to fix my dress. We were breathless, flushed, seconds away from being caught. That was the day we realized how reckless we were becoming, but neither of us stopped. The danger just made it hotter. Even now I don't know how long this can last, how long we can keep sneaking around, stealing moments between the lies, but I know one thing: I'm not addicted to my vibrator anymore. I'm addicted to Tyler. His scent, his skin, his thick, hard length. That ruins me every time, and deep down I know he's just as addicted to me. This story isn't over yet. Make sure to follow and subscribe so you don't miss what happens next. Turn on notifications and leave a comment. It helps you stay one step ahead for these stories. Your support means everything. And if you've made it this far, thank you for listening.